Yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot too, right? And I'm notorious for doing this, but we have been
Okay.
playing so much damn Magic Craft. I feel like we got to do something like a Magic Craft exclusive, like gaming tourney. I mean, you've been seeing it, right? We got Catalyst Guild has been going crazy, kind of like I
Yep.
don't know how it does with like Bushi, but that'd be awesome to see all this. I mean, we were basically all streaming Magic Craft last night on the platform. Anyway, is there any objections to that, or is that something that we could possibly look into and
Oh yeah,
have
no,
conversation?
100%. We've actually gotten a lot of requests to do like tournaments on the platform, and um, the issue around some of that actually is that we don't really have a team in place to like handle the actual organization of those things. Like all of our like manpower goes towards like building code right now. So I've actually been talking to a couple of like third party systems out there that help manage things like that, and then we would like feature it on the website because there's other platforms out there that actually focus specifically on like organizing those type of things, and then like we would then feature it on the site. As everyone probably knows, we're still just a startup. We're scrappy as hell. So um, that's where that's kind of where I land on this. Like I don't know if anyone does that make sense, to everyone, but I'm totally down to do it.
Are you talking about like communitygaming.io where it's all set up and pre-leaderboards are all kind of set up, something to that
So
extent?
that's yeah. So that's one of them. Um, and then we've been talking to another one. I don't know if I don't know if I should be speaking 100% about it yet, but like there's a couple different platforms. I can link it in the Discord. I'd like to get feedback actually from everyone on that, but like like the way the website's set up right now is we have the billboard, right? When you land on the browse page, but that's not really where we want to go with this. Like from a Web3, from like not even a Web3 gaming, from a gaming perspective, we really want to have our own section where the gaming is, and then we want to pipe in like APIs from these third parties. So like let's say there's a tournament going on, we can then pull that information directly into the site, and then you guys just have like a landing page. That's why we bought the Xeenon.gg, is because we're building out that a gaming module specific for like gaming, and like where we come in is then we can pipe in all like the APIs and all the information, and then you guys just have a landing page, and then on the other side we're building like what we do is we're actually building the Web3 tools that allow you to like monetize your streams and also help your fans monetize inside of a streamer's ecosystem.
And I definitely want to touch on that a little bit later. Sorry, I don't know if I'm cutting you off. I see the mic moving, but for everybody that didn't hear that, right? It's usually a one-way streak when it comes to streaming platforms, right? It's creator, it's creator, it's creator, it's creator, right? It's great to have all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but really not so much focus on those that are helping and supporting the creator outside of stuff like badges, emotes and things of that. So it was really interesting to actually bring that into the conversation and talking about incentivizing viewership that actually helps out the viewers that are spending hours a day supporting the content creators. So I'm looking to jump into that conversation a little bit down the
Yeah,
road too.
or they're even doing work for the creator in some way. Um, and yeah, I mean, I have to be a little bit around some of this. I have to be a little like close to the chest on what I'm plan or what we're planning. But our main goal is really expand that ecosystem, economic ecosystem around the creator, so that it's not just the creator, but it's also the fans, and we're inside of like a shared collaborative economic ecosystem. The creator's obviously going to make the lion's share, but a lot of like setups. There's the fans are also a part of that economic like structure, and we think that we can use Web3 tools in a way to reward those in new ways because there's a friction level exist using Web3 tools, whereas if you're using a traditional financial system.
100%. No, I completely agree with that. It sounds like I was losing you a little bit. I don't know if you're on mobile data or anything like that. Not too bad, but just
I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm definitely on Wi-Fi, but I'm on Wi-Fi down in Puerto Rico, so that can get a little. It can start dropping out at times.
that's fair. I will call that fair play, sir. I can't make any complaints. I'm sitting on fiber like a gig up.
Oh,
They're
I am so
nine
jealous.
like 9 up, gig down. That depends. There's a
I
lot
love
of
it.
streaming. There's a lot of streaming that goes on. I think everybody should have fiber, not only in their diet, but also in their internet connection. A lot of good throughput there. Hold on, let me bring I got clouds coming up here too. But before we get too carried away, I want to shout out Magic Craft at the last minute and Clouds last minute. And also Dave last minute. Wasn't sure. I got the message from Victory Point. Did not know if you were going to be coming through or not. They said you may or may not be coming through, but I'm glad that you're going to be here. But my boy, Magic Craft. I never thought I'd be maining a Web3 game the way I have been doing it. I know that there's tokens involved. I'm really not so worried about that, but we have been having an effing blast playing this game. Not all Vega games. I never want to play all Vega or all Brienne matches ever again. Catalyst Guild, just want to put that out there. That was an absolute shit show. Yeah, I can cuss on my show. I'm an adult. Yeah, it was an absolute shit show. I didn't know what the hell was going on. But Magicraft, how are we feeling today? And thank you so much for coming by.
I'm doing good, thanks, and you? Thanks for having me, Raman. Can you hear me fine? Just want to make sure all's good.
Yeah, I'm not going to troll you. You came in last minute, so I'll give you a little bit of slack. Yeah, I can hear you okay.
All right, that's good to hear. Well, I mean, if you want to just on that Vega only game or the Brienne only game, probably the best to do is a Karas only game. Um, it's very interesting. We tried to do it as a team, like when it first came out, because I mean, it's still a little bit underpowered, but it's really really interesting. You don't know what's going on, who's damaging who. So that's like some crazy stuff if you're doing like a 10v10 or something. But yeah, I mean, I just I'm blown away by like, the support that Catalyst Guild has been giving us lately. I mean, I actually just reached out to Clouds and I was like, do you want to try the game? Do you want to, get involved? We can maybe speak about something further if you after you tried the game. And he just loves the game, it seems, and yeah, I mean, all of you just started playing the game, and we kind of blown away. We weren't actually ready for this in a way. Like we didn't know we had started doing some influencer outreach and just like working with the community. Only like launched the Web3 lobby system not too long ago, and yeah, I mean, really, really just blown away. I just want to say thank you to you guys. I mean, obviously we're putting in some hard work, and like you guys have seen, if you guys have any feedback, we do really take it to heart and try and improve on some problems. We know there are issues in the game, like bugs or maybe something. I know the guys were speaking about the emails in the like while they were streaming, like doxing them basically, and we do want to fix that. We already have that in motion, so as soon as we can patch that. I mean, that's a little bit of a process if you got to do it through Steam and all these other platforms like iOS. But yeah, we're working on that. So really, just thank you again for all the love.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for streamers, I guess it's a simple solution. Even though it's going to make me move my icons around, I guess I can just, have an image up there or something like that. But I remember in the game, I'm like, holy crap, is that my email right there? I'm like, I'm going to get so many emails for graphic designs and princes from other countries and people's moms who need, immediate surgery, so on and so forth. You know how it is, in Web3, you be getting all kinds of wild emails and stuff like that. So I'm like, this is temporary stuff. Thank God I've been preoccupied by just the game, the community that's being built. Again, shout out to Catalyst Guild. Do they first said Magic Craft, and I'm like, I'm not a huge fan of TCGs. They're like, no, I know it sounds like a TCG type name, but it's actually not a TCG because you think Magic Craft. I'm thinking, all right, it's going to be a card battler or something like that. And there are some good ones that are out there, but just for me, it's not really my cup of tea. I'm more like MOBA, MMORPG, FPS and things of that nature. And then I played that, and I'm like, okay, kind of got a leaguey feel. And then I'm like, holy shit, we could do 10v10s in here. I was like, this is going to be insanity. I'm in. And so this has just been an absolute blast. And, in terms of technical difficulty, and I always talk about barrier to entry when it comes to anything that's Web3, whether it's platform exchange or Web3 gaming. It was very easy to get in, pick it up, especially if you got some folks that you're playing with that kind of guide you along. And then, excuse me, learning about the tokenomics and whatnot. Again, I'm not so worried about the tokens inside of this game. I was just more attracted towards what I think that more Web3 games should focus on is the gameplay, fun, community, which also translates into daily active users and a player base. So it's nice to know that there are people that are actively playing it. Of course, I share some of the same sentiment. Like I know that you're just starting out. We're here in the U.S., so we play with a little bit of a ping disadvantage, but it's actually not so bad to where it's terrible. We just hooked to the Europe servers, but I know that these are all things that we're working on. But we are definitely going to get deep into that here at the end of the show towards our games and tourneys section. Excuse me, man, I'm just coughing up cats over.